All right, welcome back to the Jet Experience, or welcome to if this is your first time. It's the first video in a while that's not Halloween themed because Halloween happened a couple weeks ago, so we're moving on to the next holiday seasons. So today we are at California Adventure opening night of Festival of Holidays, their food event that they have at California Adventure. For the first time ever, we actually got a passport. Pricing on that, if you're a Magic Key holder, $52. If you're not a Magic Key holder, it's about $57, so it's about a $5 savings if you're a key holder. It comes with 8 items. You can use them in any food or non-alcoholic beverages at the booths. You do have to buy any alcohol. We're super excited. We know there's a bunch of Impossible stuff around, and it is holiday themed, so there's lots of sweets and goodies that we're gonna try as well. Maybe do a ride or two. We waited until it cooled off because it's a blisteringly strange, warm week in Southern California right now. So join us on this experience. So one of the first stands you come into is a twist on tradition, and we'll see if you kind of make out the sign from here. It's got a reimagined beef brisket for $8.50, Reuben potato bites for $7, and something that sounds really good is a churro toffee cold brew latte, $6.50, non-alcoholic. Right across from the Cars Land entrance is Brews and Bites. I think this might be our first stop here. What they've got for food is Impossible Chorizo Queso Fondito with house-made chips for $7. And then a whole lot of drinks because this is kind of like one of the bars, if you will. But that Impossible Chorizo sounds delicious while we're waiting in line to pick up our Fondito. They've got a Halloween stand right here, super decorative and festive bag. I love this Spirit jersey. Man, some ears on this end, and then you can see some of them flashing right here, the lights. All right, so here is the Impossible Chorizo Fondito, or Queso Fondito. Comes with a little bit of chips. It's not a huge amount, as usual at these things. And then it looks like they scoop the Impossible into the cheese. Looks super yummy. I'm really excited to try it. All right, the Fondito is all done, and it was a perfect way to kick off a Southern California event. It had just, for me, the right amount of spice, just a little bit on the spicy side. It's my mouth is still kind of coming down from it. It's a little too warm for Ashley. She doesn't like spicy food as much as I do, but it was delicious. There was definitely a good kind of smoky theme through it. The chorizo was really good. The cheese, which I don't think was plant-based. I don't recall seeing the leaf next to the item. It didn't really taste like plant-based cheese. So just be cautious if you are vegan or plant-based and you go to order that, maybe double check with them because it could be misleading that it's Impossible. I can't confirm right now because I didn't think to check. But the cheese itself, it had some like green kind of maybe chili peppers in it or something. It was a decent size. I could have used a few more chips for it. So all I had to do was just kind of overload each chip to make sure I used up as much of the cheese as possible. Really, really delicious. I'm excited for what else we can get that's savory. We're obviously going to try some sweets. So as far as the date, since I didn't mention that on the opening, according to the passport, it's November 12th, which is today, through January 9th. So it's a solid 2-month event. So you'll have plenty of time to make it out here. I did some rough math for everybody. So if you're a key holder, it breaks down to about $6.50 an item for the 8 items you get with the passport. If you're a Magic Key, it'll be just a little bit more if you don't have a Magic Key. So you can be strategic about it, and if some items are cheaper, say $5 or something, my recommendation, unless you're concerned about actually using them all, is just go ahead and buy that outright and save the passport for the more expensive things to maximize the cost effectiveness. So there's a band playing right behind me right now, so the mic's gonna all pick it up. So this is Winter Slider Land, and they've got a Nashville hot turkey slider, beef pot roast on a potato roll, and then a bourbon cranberry cocktail for 14 bucks, and the prickly pear tea lemonade, non-alcoholic, for $6. All right, so this one's Grandma's Recipes. They've got an impossible, I'm guessing, arepa encantada, dairy-free queso stuffed maize with spiced plant-based ground meat and pickled onions, and then a gingerbread Mickey and berries and crema. All right, here's the Impossible Encantada. It's got some pickled red onions on it, a really big helping of Impossible, and then on a kind of a bun of sort. So I'm gonna try it real quick and then let you know. And then we got a sweet as well, which is the gingerbread cookie. Declan wanted that, and for reference, here's my hand. This thing is huge. It's the size of my hand. All right, the Encantada was delicious. I liked it. Ashley didn't like it. She just tried a little bit of it. The bun was really, really soft. I wasn't even sure how to eat it. So I kind of just took the fork and kind of like just smashed everything down and then cut little bites of it. The Impossible was there's nothing super special about it. It was a good flavor. It had some like maybe bell peppers cooked into it. What I thought really the star of it was, which I'm not normally a big fan of, were the pickled red onions on the top. It just gave a really, really nice contrasting flavor to the saltiness of the Impossible. And then I stole a little bit of Declan's cookie as well. It's a really, really soft gingerbread. It's really good. I probably couldn't, I mean, I could eat the whole cookie at once, but I wouldn't want to because that would be like sugar overload. So next up on our little trip, right next to the Little Mermaid, you can see there, is Making Spirits Bright. So this we've got a cinnamon and sugar holiday tart, hot cocoa marshmallow macaron, and then the alcohol drink is maple hazelnut hot buttered rum. Even though I don't drink, that sounds really good. All right, so right in front of Little Mermaid, as you can see right here, is Favorite Things. It says yummy dishes gifted with flavor. So it's got a chana masala with grilled garlic naan, $7. That sounds really good. And then holiday stuffing mac and cheese, $7.75. And for those adults that like to enjoy and indulge, they have a hibiscus ginger mescal mule, $14. So both of those food items actually sound really good. It's right on the back side of Little Mermaid. They've got a little craft area, and here's some of the things you can do. Arts and crafts, you can color your own holiday cards. So they've got Christmas covered with ornaments, Hanukkah with a dreidel, Diwali, you can make a lantern, Kwanzaa, a decorative mat, and then Navidad, your own Papel Picado lantern. So those are really cool. You can see a bunch of smaller friends in there working on some arts and crafts, and then at the other end is where you get the supplies, and then you take a seat at one of the tables. Okay, what I think might be the last stand, there might be one more down towards the very, very end, is Merry Mashups. And what we've got here, they're fusions, so this is going to be an Esquites Carnitas mac and cheese, obviously not vegetarian. Holiday spiced wings, citrus cranberries, also unfortunately not vegetarian, but that is okay. Those both sound very good for those who do eat meat. And then it looks like down on the other board there, I can see it says a holiday mix. It kind of looks like a popcorn mix. Okay, no, not a popcorn mix. It's like a Chex Mix or a trail mix. So here's the always festive and holiday appropriate entrance to Cars Land. It's season speedings right now with a snow car, I guess you could call it. Here's a quick little view down Cars Land with all the super decorated lights, a little bit different than Halloween time. So Mater's all redecorated now that he's all done with Halloween time. And now it's the Jingle Jamboree. He's wearing his little Santa hat, and then he's got all decorated with lights and garland. There's a tree. It's made out of tires right outside of him. And then the pet tractor petting zoo is back to normal. And then another pan down Cars Land. And you can just see like rows and rows and rows of holiday, mostly Christmas decorations, snowflake winter, Oh, and then here's some of the movies. Snowy. We've got the Lug Nut Cracker, Coolant Runnings, and the Santa Clutch. Those are pretty good. The Cozy Cone is all decorated up. They've got some really cool holiday decorations. Mater's out meeting people right now, also adorned in his Santa hat. And then they've got some cone trees all decorated up. And then a lot of the trees in the area down here all have holiday lights up in them. Declan's getting his picture taken right in front of this cone here, and you can see the cones in the background. They're not the scary pumpkins anymore. And finally, at the very end, Radiator Springs City Hall is awfully decorated. They got a really tall, like 20-foot Christmas tree on the side. And then a House of Body Art, they've got some cool light trees up on the top. So right by Luigi's is the Radiator Springs famous Horn o' Plenty, discovered on this spot in 1936. And here's what we've got. Kind of looks like almost like a large cornucopia, sort of. So this is really cool. We decided to exit out through the Grand Californian, and inside, kind of like the main lobby, they have a gingerbread Grand Californian. Oh, it's even got a little fireplace burning right in the middle of it. That is super cool. And then they have a little easel on the side that's talking about a grand gingerbread house. So that's going to wrap up our first of many, many visits to Disneyland during the holiday season. We tried a couple of the different food booths. Didn't even use all of my tabs, so we definitely have some to come back. But we wanted to make it tonight to opening night of the Festival of Holidays, just to kind of see what they had. As much of course, as we love Halloween time, there's just something about seeing these parks all decked out, no pun intended, definite pun intended, in the holiday spirit. We just love it. We're excited to come back many times and check out more the Disneyland side as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give us a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you ring the bell below, you'll get notifications of all of our future videos. As always, please be kind and be real, and join us on our next experience.